Hey guys.
Ah!
Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm just checking everything still to make sure it's working.
We're 10 minutes late.
Yeah, my computer crashed right when we were starting the live, so sorry about that.
How dare you, Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that?
No,
Crack my sternum.
I honestly thought those were chips.
Yo, what's up?
Where are you seeing that? I don't see that.
It's in the Instagram.
Oh. Yeah, we have two chats. If anybody doesn't know, we have a chat for like all the other things like YouTube that comes up on my computer, and then we have Instagram chat because Instagram doesn't pop up on the computer.
Daddy Wes. Damn right. Hi QT. Buddy. I love the Instagram vibes over here. Why are airsoft guns so expensive though?
Taiwan.
We enjoy expensive things, I guess. Just
A lot of it has to do with and a lot of it started during COVID and raw materials.
Hello?
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 Sorry.
Okay.
We had a hello in the chat. Sorry, I had to interrupt.
Yeah, Taiwan, getting stuff from Taiwan and shipping and things and all that. That's like a lot of the reason why now.
Hello.
We're just kind of hoping it goes back down. I got one of your regulators and it works very good. Thank you. I'm glad it works well for you.
What's good? What's up, buddy? Thank you for joining our live. We missed you already. Take me back to Las Vegas.
When was it?
Take me back. What'd you learn about the pulsar? Tom hasn't learned anything yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
We're very busy.
Yeah,
but we'll get there. I promise.
The pulsar is really cool. It's really cool.
This is a good one. Thanks for interrupting my work with airsoft. I need a break anyway.
No problem.
It's what we're here for, baby.
Yeah.
Anything you need. Just ordered a KWA EV4. What upgrades do you recommend? I mean, I'm usually one to start with like bucking and nub and then see how that goes for you. And then if you have the funds, full barrel build with like the inner barrel and the hobby unit. But from my experiences, KWAs with just a swap bucking are like, you don't really need to touch them.
The other thing is if you're trying to swap the hop to like a max or something, you need to swap the nozzle too because they have a weird proprietary nozzle. If you put an HPA unit into it, I highly recommend swapping the hop up as well because then that hop up chamber is made for the nozzle. What is your guys' opinion of the new KWA KO series? So pretty much the thing with all the new KWAs coming out is pretty much you can take any of the old versions that they're replacing and the internals are pretty much the same. So they're all really good. They already were really good. The new externals that they're pretty much putting their old internals into are, I think, lighter weight, and I think they're definitely cool airsoft designs. I like them a lot.
I don't know anything about them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Favorite kind of cheese?
Hot pepper cheese from Amish Classic up at Shop and Save.
Parmesan.
Good answer.
Parmesan's good.
Good answer.
Parmesan's good.
Can't wait to see you at Iron Horse, baby girl. I can't wait to see you either.
Who's that?
Josh.
Oh.
He kills me. Dusty said, did you ever talk about that puke green HPA rifle behind you? First off, pump the brakes. Because do not refer to this. I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny. This absolute, like, piece of art.
Yeah.
Like, this is a movie prop level toy gun. And yes, there will be a lot more info coming on this gun. This gun was built, was painted and made by Evan Ole. If you don't follow him on Instagram, he's an extremely talented, I mean, what would you call it? Like craftsman, I guess would be a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the attention to detail on this toy gun is absolutely mind-boggling.
I mean, even the work he did on the flash hider too, like he made that weathered and everything too.
Yeah,
like the little and all the stickers he made.
It's so dope.
Yeah.
So it's not puke green. It's amped green, so you're insulting us now, Dusty.
That's still peak green.
Leave it alone. It looks fantastic. The mag is dope. I love the mag. Has our lightning bolt on
He
it.
did a lot of stuff to that gun.
Crazy. But there will be a lot of info coming soon and a big announcement with that gun shortly. But very, very talented stuff. Very, very good. And yeah. It's good.
Is that an MCX? Yes, that's an MCX.
Yeah, the base gun's an MCX. Yes. Pulsar engine noise ?
Absolutely. So like Wes said, you guys saw the post. We got our hands on kind of not a pre-production sample, but it's actually a working model and everything. It's out of the first run, but they gave it to us at SHOT Show to do some testing on. I'm still doing testing. I'm not going to say 100% of everything, but I will say that it is definitely worth what they're charging for. It's really cool.
The size is dope.
The size is nuts, and it lets you do a lot of stuff because of the size. It's really, really cool. I'm not going to recommend anything until I'm done testing it, but I will say it's very, very, very good. They've done a lot of cool things to that little tiny package. There's a lot of little things that I think would get overlooked if you didn't take the time to actually like compare it to other engines. There's a lot of cool little things that they did in manufacturing it. That's all I'm going to say right now. If we get any more gate questions, I'm going to say refer to earlier in the video because I still want to do some more testing on it. We got a wave.
Favorite product at SHOT Show? Airsoft wise, I would say I was very impressed with E12. I think from an Airsoft standpoint, I'm obviously biased with that one too because like they're doing a lot of AK stuff and I love what they're doing with it. But for me, product wise, I was blown away with the HoloSun thermal.
I wasn't blown away. I think I was blown away by the fact that HoloSun decided to do something like that at the price point.
I was blown away, taking all things into consideration, like size, weight, functionality, price, and then being like, yeah, here it is, and then seeing it, I was like, wow, that's really good.
Yes.
For what it is.
For what it is, if I compare it to something that's $1,000 more, like the SIG thermal optics, some of the other ones that are gun mounted, that are like in the $3,000 range, which I think that's the thing about the thermal. It's accessible. Yes, it's over $1,000 for the lowest model, but it's still just over $1,000 for the lowest model. That's really cool. I am excited about it. My point in like that's probably not my top pick though, because like there's some.
Well, I have my actual top pick.
Okay, what's your top pick?
The articulating quads from Nocturne.
Yeah.
Like they if you guys didn't get to see that, like think of like your Call of Duty freaking quads.
Yep.
And they're like, and you can literally like articulate them and they weigh nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Mind-boggling.
No, they're really, really cool. Yeah,
so dope.
I think that's probably my favorite. That's my favorite product is the Nocturne articulating binos.
Yeah,
they're just really cool. They're a game changer. You can see that with the people who are coming to the booth, how big of a game changer it is.
Yeah.
But like the Airsoft one for me is probably Arcturus partnering with Gate to make the Trinity guns. The Trinity line of guns that Gate's been pushing out on their social media. They partnered with Arcturus to make a bunch of M4 stuff. Oh my God, did they like do everything right in my head? Like the thing with Airsoft is you have companies coming out with their own proprietary MOSFETs. You have companies trying to do better with the gear sets. You have companies doing that. And then you just have this king of the aftermarket for AEG, Gate, because of their MOSFETs mainly.
Oh, I mean,
but they have a bunch of other products. Like they're coming. They have gear sets out. They have trigger out. They have a cylinder head out. They have cylinders out. Piston head. All really, really high quality built stuff. And all of that is going to be in those guns, and they all work together well from Gate. Like they're all put together from Gate. They're made to work together. They're all parts that are supposed to work together. They work really well. They're high quality. That is one of the most exciting things that I saw there, because it's a company finally deciding, okay, these things work, and they are put into every AEG as the first thought of an aftermarket upgrade for a reason. And they just were like, let's just include it. They're not the first ones to do that, I will say. There's some limited edition stuff from VFC. There's some limited edition stuff from other people that have included a Gate Titan in their builds. But what they did different, I think, was they overhauled a lot of different engineering choices from the entirety of the industry. And then they just used a bunch of really good compatible parts that were engineered to work together very well. I am super excited about that.
Okay, so this is the most recent question, and I usually don't jump out of order with questions, but he said, please remember you compared your gear versus guns. Remember that question like 4 weeks ago?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I did remember.
Please tell me you...
So the guns without night vision in the variable, I have more in my toy guns than I do in my gear.
What's the number?
There are going to be no numbers spoken because
What's a ballpark
no,
estimate?
I'm not doing numbers.
What's a horrible ballpark estimate?
No. I'm not doing numbers.
Are we above 5,000?
What?
On the guns.
With stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Are we above 10,000?
No, we're done. We're done.
Above 10,000.
No, I'm not getting into
Oh my God, we are.
We might be.
Oh my God, we are.
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. I wanted to answer his question finally. But with the night vision involved, high hopes. With the night vision involved, the gear will surpass the guns.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, but without it, but
my guns are still way more expensive even with night vision.
So that's where I wanted to finally answer that question for you. I mean, if you want, I can find numbers, but I don't really want to find numbers, to be honest.
I want you to find numbers.
No.
I got a few.
I have a ton because you decided to go on a rampage about one question.
It's so good. It's just such a good.
We need to limit.
It's blown away.
We need to limit.
I think you should have a stopwatch. You should have one of those analog stopwatches for any time I start speaking.
And it's like, I just like hold it in front of your face. Like, I'm at 3, 2, 1.
And that's it.
All right. No, I just don't. I think for me, I mean, if you guys like, this would be a good like Instagram story, like poll of like, do you like the more rapid style? Because like obviously everyone in the live wants their question answered. Like that's why you join.
Yeah.
And if you join just to listen to us ramble, like, hey, God bless you, and thank you for watching. But if you come here with a question in mind and there's 5 questions in front of you, it's like, oh, that won't take too long.
No, yeah.
And then it's like,
well, especially
half the live.
Especially as the live is growing.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, we're either gonna have to get to the point where we rapid fire,
or we're gonna have to pick and choose,
or we're gonna have to pick like, if we've heard the question before, we'll just skip it.
Yeah.
But I don't want that. I like that all-inclusiveness of like, you ask your question, we'll at least go over it.
Yeah.
So I think what we're doing now is cool. I just don't want people to be waiting around for like 20 minutes.
I want you to wait. It's important what I have to say.
I don't know why this comment's really funny to me. It literally just says talk about Pulsar right now, and it's the like emoji like pointing at us. I think that's really
referred
funny.
to earlier in the video, as I said.
We did talk about the Pulsar. We do have a lot more testing to do with it though. Yeah. So
luckily we have one to test, and we are testing it.
This is a good one. ETA and Pulsar IGLs.
The second they come in. So cool thing, we did find out that it's going to be really easy for us to do IGLs. That's all I'm going to say.
So we're going to have one.
Yeah.
It's just ETA. I don't have one for you yet.
Whenever they get in and they're up on the website as an option, it's pretty much the exact same time an IGL will be available.
Yeah.
It's going to be really easy for us to make an IGL for it.
The HK-M110 looked neat. It was neat. It was very neat.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, other really cool product was the freaking Gustav.
Oh, well, yeah, the Gustav, it was very cool.
The Gustav isn't just a prop. That's why I thought it was cool. Like, you could just make an Airsoft replica Gustav from a reputable company, Umarex, and people would like it. And they could buy basically a tube that does nothing, but it's a prop for Airsoft.
Yeah.
And people would still buy it because it's cool and they try and do
stuff. Well, then they would retrofit it themselves.
Exactly.
And spend God knows how much on it.
But they actually took the time, developed a system that is outside of, but it's outside of like using tagging. It's outside of using other stuff.
Yeah.
It's its own system. It does a really cool thing. It's a really good idea, and it's if you guys don't know what it does, it pretty much is like it shoots this ball of BB out.
So like take like a tennis ball, make it into plastic, cut the tennis ball in half, fill the tennis ball with BBs, clip it back together, and ram it down a barrel.
And then you shove this giant cylinder that has propane in it.
It literally looks like the actual missile. Like it has like the latch system.
Yeah, it looks like you're loading
crazy,
the real thing.
Bro.
It's super cool.
And it feels really good. It feels really good in your hands. Like I was surprised. Like I wasn't sure if it was just gonna be like a kind of like a creaky plastic thing.
They said they were when they did range day, when they were actually firing it, it gets like over 200 feet range.
For a shower. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, like, and we're not talking like the shower, the maximum range of that shower, like a shotgun, like a six shot shotgun. It's not going to spread out. We're talking the ball can go about 200 feet, open up, and then start raining BBs down on something.
It's pretty cool. And the balls are only gonna be like $1 a piece. So, but they're reusable. So if you find them, you're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff.
There's that was another really cool thing for the airsoft industry.
Just installed one of y'all's shotgun IGLs, and it's perfect. Thank you. I'm glad it worked for you. Those are dope.
I got a few over here.
I know. So do I. I have a gross amount over here.
Regulators. Thank you. Best kit for a bolt action for a MSW event for HPA tapped bolt action. I'm gonna say the Wolverine Reaper bolt M.
I don't know. I don't snipe.
Yeah, that's the number one thing to think of. Mancraft is another option, but I would say go with the bolt M if you want mechanical. Favorite kind of cheese? I did answer that. EA Sports.
It's in the game.
It's in the game.
Yeah, they're right.
Go away, Tony. Going to Ops Syndicate 3. See you there. We will see you there. Would you recommend them do a beginner? Yes, I would recommend the KWO do a beginner. Green Pew Pew. Yes. Yeah, that is super sweet. Talking about the MCX.
Very, very cool.
Upcoming events that you plan to hit up. So we have a full event page on our website if you want to take a look at the events we're attending. We only have two up there right now, but we have events scheduled for the whole year on our internal calendar. We are working to get our events page caught up to at the very least June, and we're probably going to add on, because we're still in January, events pop up throughout the entire year. We did 65 events last year. Like, we're probably going to do more this year. So just keep an eye on the event page if you want to see what we're going to.
Yes.
Hello, this is my first time watching your stream. Thank you. Hopefully we're doing a good job. Sorry, I just got here. What brand of Carl Gustav are they talking about, chat? Well, VFC, the new VFC, I take it. Yes, the new VFC / Elite Force.
Yeah, the collaboration that they usually
see you at attrition. All right. I will see you there. He will see you there.
What?
E-House.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm going to that. No, I'm excited. That should be fun.
That'll be very fun. It'll be very cold.
I'm going to carry around, guys are carrying on HPA tanks. I'm going to carry around a Coleman tank with a Mr. Buddy heater strapped to my chest. It's ridiculous. Have me out in this freezing New York weather.
I got one more. Wintersoft, fuck the world, yes. Best drop stock adapter for M4 with HPA on it.
Where?
Oh God.
I don't know. That's a good question. It's not my
the ESG would probably the ESG one would probably be.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give you a list if you email us.
Yeah, we can do some research for you. I just don't know off the top of my head. That's like definitely out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah. All right.
How was SHOT Show? Fantastic.
Oh my God.
Great time. We could definitely dedicate an entire live to the SHOT Show. Maybe one day, me and Tom will just.
I think we just do a podcast.
I think we could do a SHOT Show live stream. I think that'd be fun. Maybe later in the week or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay tuned because we're always spontaneous. I wonder how much the VFC FAL is going to be.
The gas blowback one?
Yeah.
I think he's referring to. I don't know.
We weren't told. Let me ask the real question. When do I get the Filipino silly bag? Never.
Who is that?
It's Josh.
Oh, good luck.
That's my baby bag.
That took him years to get. He's never giving it up.
She's just mine. It's mine. Yeah, the licensed rifles, the rifle dynamic AKs by SEMA were very cool. Wow, Eric, very cool.
Thank you, Eric. Spectral Arms is also very cool. They're doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. What is the best weight BB to run in a fusion engine? It all depends on like length, like
your barrel, what you're playing at.
Like you can technically run anything because it's a fusion engine. You can adjust it however you want.
Yeah, I run 4/8 out of my MP7, and that's a tiny barrel, but that's like a lot of volume.
I mean, Kurt runs 4/8 out of his, so I mean, but then there's like you have Terry who runs 3/6s.
Yeah.
And then like you can run 3/2s, no problem.
It really depends on how much air you want to push out. Air efficiency, that becomes a thing. Air volume to push out that heavy weight. Also the fusion engine's not really the limiting factor on that. It's more your hop up and bucking setup than your fusion engine.
What bucking do you recommend for a Polar Star F2 using 2/8s? I like the Super Macrons.
Yeah.
Super Macrons probably do 70 degree because it's 2/8s, not a 75.
Yeah, you could even get away with a 60 degree.
I have really good personal experience with 70 degrees. They seem to work really well.
The 70 degrees is the very best middle ground. Like do it all fucking.
Yeah, grab an Omega nub, grab a Super Macron, Maple Leaf Super Macron 70 degree bucking, and you'd be good to rock and roll.
The Polar Star Jack is best of budget HPA or no? What problems does cheap regulator? So I'll answer the first one. It's not the best budget one because you also have other stuff that is very, very similar in performance for the same price. You have the Inferno. I believe the Pulsar is going to be priced very similar, and from what I'm seeing, it's going to be a contender for the budget one if they don't price it a lot more because you get a Titan 2 with it. If you're picking between what's available right now, I would say the Jack or the Inferno is going to be your best budget HPA electronic system. If you're going for a mechanical system, I would say the Kythera or the N7 Milsim because they're actually cheaper. What problems does cheap regulator? I'm going to assume
size.
Yeah, size. So like our regulator is one of the cheapest ones on the market as far as cost.
Big.
It's bulky.
Yeah.
But it works really well. It also doesn't have as wide of a PSI range that say the Wolverine Cat 5 has. I was
gonna say the new Storms.
The new Storm regulator.
Them
Cat
things
5,
crazy.
The Polar Star MRS or the Micro, or even the Redline SFR Mini. Those ones have a really wide range and they have a really good refresh rate. But if you're looking for something that just gets the job done, ours is very good. And honestly, ours is pretty reliable too.
I was gonna say, bro, I've seen those regulators. They start rusting. They're sold.
Yeah.
And they still work. I have a singular gun that I paid $250 for, and that's all I need. I mean, I wish that was the way, man. I mean, for me,
You're honestly not wrong. I think if somebody's going and they're focusing so much more on playing and not so much they want to put a bunch of different kits together, but that's fun. That's part of the fun. It really depends on what you want to do.
Kits. I just like to tinker. I like to build guns.
Yeah.
And I don't like to sell them. It's a vicious cycle.
I have another one. Have you guys ever used an 8mm airsoft gun? Is the trajectory too rainbowy? No, the trajectory really isn't too rainbowy. The hop up is in those guns is built to accommodate the bigger size and the possible heavier BB, but generally speaking, those BBs are made to be the same heft, maybe a little bit more, but they're built in a way that it works. They're not very they don't have that big dropping curve to them. They have a hop up and put backspin. You still get a nice trajectory on it. You got any of it over there?
Oh yeah. I came here for the rambling with my memes here and there. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you.
See, they like the rambling, but it also is Dusty. He likes me.
Yeah. The Wild Gazelle said, "Tom, I miss you," in all caps.
Miss you too, bud. Hopefully, we'll be up in Wisconsin soon.
Wait. We talking about the OG, the Gustav?
Yes, we're talking about the Gustav. But not the OG Gustav. We're talking about the new Gustav that was just released at SHOT Show. Well, announced. I'm not gonna say released. Announced.
Yeah. Maybe Tag-In might make a round for the M3. I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't know what that is, to be completely honest with you. But I'll look into it. I will do some research.
I want tagging just back on a consistent basis before they start making new products.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Because their current products are awesome.
I want an Airsoft Panzerfest.
The tank?
No, or Panzerfest. I don't know how to pronounce it. Panzerfest. So it's the I think it has the shield on the side, the rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
That thing's sick.
Make one. Make one.
Just do it.
Go get some PVC pipe. Go get some cardboard or something.
Paper mache.
Paper mache that.
How's the MDR? Looks super neat for the price. I want one. I want to get one HPA'd. We want to do some testing with it, and I'm going to do a review very shortly.
The MDR is really cool, and we did figure out a way to HPA it, so we will be doing that as well.
Big brain Tom over
here. Back at the bolt action question, more concerning on plate carrier or chest rig because of how heavy the gun itself is, trying to minimize weight because pounds is pain. Yes, especially with the gas bolt action. I mean, cutting down weight, a chest rig is always going to be a lighter option, but weight management, if you want to have those gas magazines up front, and then you want to have like some type of backpack or something to counterbalance it, that's what I would recommend. Also, you're going to be, if you're HPA tapping those mags, then you'll have tanks on you to counterbalance too. I would do a chest rig just because plate carriers are bulky, especially for a sniper style role. Like they're bulky. That's what I would say.
Any plans for events that will be coming to Montana?
There might be one.
Maybe.
I think we got reached out to by somebody. So we don't ever put on events, right? We always just go and support events, and we try and promote them as much as we can. The only events we ever like put on are stuff if it's like a local and we're like collaborating with somebody to try and help ref a little bit. But generally, we also have somebody else that's running and coming up with the game stuff. They're managing the game while we help vend and support.
What do you mean? We love playing in the winter. I mean, you might. I don't. I hate the cold. Anything below 50 is cold, and I don't like it.
If I order in Europe from your site, do I have to pay the fees? It's 21% of the price if you buy in the United States.
Wait, customs, like the tax, like the import tax or something?
Yeah, I think you still have to pay.
Yeah,
that.
we can't.
Yeah.
Like not do that.
Yeah, I think you still have to do that. It comes up in shipping though.
Shoot us an email though at sales@ampedAirsoft.com and we can definitely look into that.
Soft shell or case for transportation preference. Hard shell all day, every day. If you're using it for a completely general use
or a plane.
Transport case. Well, because of planes, because you need a hard shell for planes.
Yeah, I know.
If you're talking about like to and from the field, I love the Condor dual rifle case, and that's a soft-sided one, but I love that one because it's really nice. It's the right size for pretty much any rifle. There's some long guns that really won't fit in it, yes, but like it's really good. It has really good storage.
Hello, guys. Missed you guys for the mall event this past weekend. Should have come down. It was a blast. Hopefully, you guys can go for the semiconductors one in May. Love you guys. Love you too, Dark Horse. Hopefully we can make our way to a mall.
I mean, we've been at mall games before. It really just depends on like.
I haven't.
I've been to mall games before because I'm not a pleb. But you know.
That's a bold statement.
Guy
runs at the war.
That's what I ran in it actually. I did run the tour in the mall game.
That's weird.
Which line length would you prefer, 36 or 42? Honestly,
36.
Yeah, 36 is what everybody uses, unless you have like a weird like kit set up and you need to weave it.
Or a pistol.
Yeah.
Pistol is really the main application for 42s.
Or you're a larger lad.
Yeah, if you just have because some guys will like run the line like the line out the bottom of their like carrier, like it's like upside down. And then they want to run it up and over their shoulder, depending on like a weird like thing you're trying to do that keeps everything contained.
Yeah.
Don't yeah me.
Yeah.
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 I think you had ideas there. I'm not going to say they're good or bad. I said yeah.
I hate you.
Coming to Indiana this year. Yeah, we're definitely coming to Indiana this year. If you don't know what Mutsy is,
Oh yeah, that's in Indiana.
we're coming to Indiana a lot this year.
Crazy.
That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't know what Mutsy is, like the training center, for some reason there's a lot happening there this year, and we got invited to a lot of different games happening at that place. We will be in Indiana this year.
Hell yeah. I can't believe that SEMA is coming out with a GBBR that uses the MWS. I'm trying to remember what gun that was.
Isn't MWS the TM?
I think so.
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, it was at the. I think wasn't at the EVIC booth.
yeah, it is.
Okay, sorry. There's a lot that went on. My brain don't work too good.
We've had multiple AARs after SHOT Show to try and recoup what all happened every day of that show, and we also split up to different booths, and like we all have different points of the show in our heads that we remember and don't remember, because it's just there's a lot. I said this to Kurt, I wish we had a week and a half to do what we did, because it's so jam-packed every day. If you have meetings, if you're trying to hit all this stuff for media, like there's a lot at SHOT Show, and if you're not going in with like a plan, or you're not going in with at least kind of an outline, it's like crazy.
Mm-hmm. How do I keep my GoPro from getting shot out of in-game play? I've tried everything. The only thing I've ever done that's been effective is cutting a piece of Lexan for the outside of the case. But if the energy transfers to the Lexan, because there's no gappage in between the Lexan and the lens on the camera, it's still going to transfer the energy to the camera and crack the lens. So like realistically, if you just had like some kind of like, I wouldn't say like a cushion, but if you glued something, I'm trying to think of like what material, but essentially like little spacers,
turbo pad,
something. I mean, just right around the edge, so then when the BB hits, the energy has somewhere to go that isn't directly into the lens.
You know what you could use? Rubber trimming for cars.
Yeah, or just like a bicycle tube.
Yeah,
to just space it out. I got more.
I got one here. Maybe you can show how it looks with 42 and 36 inch on you. Possibly. I'd rather probably do that with some kit though. We could probably. Actually, I think we're doing some videos on that too. So.
I do want to do like a line coverage video. Yeah. Here you go. Can you quickly explain the difference between the degrees on buckings?
No, I cannot. Yes, I can. So pretty much, you have a friction coefficient that affects. So the main difference between the degrees on buckings is pretty much the higher the degree, the harder the rubber, which means it's not as grippy if it's harder, but it also means that it can withstand more force. It also means that it does better in hotter environments because it doesn't swell so much because it's harder. Bare minimum, the higher the number, the harder the rubber, the less grippy it is in normal circumstances. If it's hot out, you want a harder bucking. If it's cold out, you want a softer bucking. That's the quickest way I can explain it. There's a lot more that I could go into, but I'll get yelled at.
Well, there you go. That's all I needed. Now, what do you think of the new Titan 2 for HPA?
Yay.
Cool.
Still need to test compatibility with a bunch of different stuff, but yay.
Y'all like the Warhead motor better than the T238? I'm not familiar with T238, if I'm being completely honest. So Tom's going to look that up, and then I'll get an opinion for you. Can I join? No, we don't let anyone join our lives, unfortunately. We appreciate the offer, though. Yeah, okay. It was an anti-tank RPG. That makes sense. Will you guys be my date to go see Cocaine Bear when it comes out? Yeah, I love going to the movies. I love it. Finger shots in the cold suck. Exactly. Well, he's going back to work. Thank you for joining, my friend. I'm glad I finally answered that question.
Looking at so to the motor question, looking at what it is, it seems very similar to the Warhead. I have not gotten hands-on with this, so I'm going to have a very minimal review of it, but pretty much from what I'm seeing online, the T238, I would probably grab the Warhead personally because I have experience with it and I know how to make it work with a gate. You do have to screw around with some of the settings for active braking on the gate Titan. This is saying on the website that they do not recommend it with other companies' MOSFETs. I'm assuming they're talking about a gate Titan. But it says you probably could use it with something like that. So it might just be the same type of tweaking because it has an internal MOSFET as well. It's adjustable, which I think is really cool. But that's through a pentameter, which means it affects the voltage. So again, it might not work that well with like a gate or a Jeftron or something that's not that, like, they're conflicting. I'd love to get hands on it though. We'll see if we can carry those because that's really cool. That's a really cool feature. Can be adjusted through a pentameter. That's really cool.
Are there any other HP engines coming out other than the Pulsar? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Nothing that I can talk about.
Yeah, there you go. There's your answer. Nothing that can be discussed.
Yeah.
So, what's the best HPA system for the actual value? Like, I guess, like performance to money ratio.
The Jag and the Inferno.
I was gonna say the same thing.
The Jag and the Inferno. Dollars per performance Jack or Inferno.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's nothing else that really. No, that's.
Yay! Somebody got my friction joke.
What was the friction joke?
He said, "Are we accounting for stationary friction coefficient or moving friction coefficient?" Oh, we're counting for both. So thank you for even saying that. But I'm not going to go into all of that because you probably know what I'm talking about.
Nerds.
We are nerds.
Dorks.
We are, yeah.
That's funny.
AG gang, learn to excel while being outranged. So now,
who said anything about being outranged?
Yeah,
bro?
AGs can range just as good as HPA can. HPA is easier to tune. It's less of a headache to tune.
Correct.
You don't have to change parts out. But generally speaking, that also comes down to your barrel setup, which
is the same.
It's the same limiting factor. Now, volume is a different thing, but we're not going to go into all that.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's different, but
you got any more, Ollie? I mean, we could probably go for days with the comments.
What? Yeah. Oh, sorry. You said Dragon Inferno?
Yes, the Dragon Inferno. I'm telling Rich to now make a Dragon edition of the Inferno.
That'd be funny. Yeah, it's a Wolverine Inferno.
The Wolverine Inferno.
Yeah, sorry. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live.
What up? I'm gonna text Rich right now and tell him that
we need a
Rich, the next edition of the Inferno needs to be the Dragon edition.
I agree.
It needs to have an MSI regulator chip, whatever on it. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Best after action food. That's a good one. What do you like after a game?
Cane's chicken. If it's available. Good Lord.
A Permani sandwich, honestly.
Really?
Oh god, just the calories. There's so many calories in it. It's like I just can stuff my face with just such a big meal.
Permani's is kind of mid, bro.
Well, I would not ever probably choose to go to Permani's outside of after an Airsoft game. It's just like one of those things. I'm just like I feel the need to go to Permani's and get a Permani's pastrami with an egg and bacon. Oh god, yeah.
That's gross.
You want Cane's?
Bro,
Canes.
bro, what are you looking at, Tony?
None.
Why are you looking
I
at
like
me?
Canes.
Yeah, so look at Tom,
It
not
wouldn't be
me.
my choice though.
Yeah,
You picked
I
Permanis.
think Permanis is a very good choice. I'm talking calories, calorie
We're talking
density.
chicken and fries, bro,
With bread.
Yeah.
with toast. See, Tom just dislikes it to dislike it, bro. I'm
No, I dislike it. I don't dislike it to dislike it. I dislike it.
No, you're just a hater, dude.
I don't like
I
it.
prefer Buc-ee's.
Well, yeah, if Buc-ee's is available.
Oh, that's actually a good pick because the
Yeah.
barbecue's so
The
good.
brisket singing with.
That might actually be better than both of ours.
It's better than Permanis, that's for damn
Better
sure.
than Cane's.
Anything's better
It's
than
better than
Permanis.
it's better than Cane's.
Who's going to Iron Horse? Hello, I will be there.
I'll be in California.
And then the transitional question is, can we kiss Wes?
All right.
Hey man, if you ask, that's all I gotta do.
Permani Brothers, never heard of that chain. Oh, it's a Pittsburgh chain. It's a sandwich chain shop.
So I think the history behind Permanis, if I remember correctly, is there were a lot of truckers
And steel workers.
who wanted to eat
Yeah.
very quickly, and they didn't want like two things. So they took the sandwich and they put the fries on the sandwich, and then they put the bread on top and put
And
coleslaw on it.
It's like a sandwich, like
And so they
this
can just
big.
like,
yeah. It's a thick sandwich.
I mean, it's all right, but
It's a
it's
good
not
sandwich.
great. I mean, it's worth trying.
It's worth trying if you're in the city. Like I said, it's not something I would ever go out of my way to eat.
But it's all right.
I always try to eat something healthy, but Wisconsin cheese balls from Sheetz is goated. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can use a $300 portable air compressor on Amazon to refill your tank. You'd need to see what pressure the
output pressure is.
The output pressure the compressor is.
Because like if you're talking,
It's unlikely.
Yeah, if you're talking a $300 one that's like a car compressor, no, you cannot do that.
No.
If you're talking a $300 like one of those China ones that's like water cooled.
Well, like the Umarex one's only 500ish, right?
Everything's like something like that, and that one will fill tanks.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That one will
So
fill
you're
tanks.
not far off for 300. You might as well get something that's Waffle House.
That's before.
No.
That's before.
You will not catch me dead in a Waffle House.
Waffle House is so good. The bowl. It's the bowl. The bowl is just.
You just
bowl
have
is so
the
good.
worst taste. Like,
It's so good. It's so good.
no, it's not.
You get some jalapenos in there. You get some salsa. You get your meat. You get your eggs. You get your hash brown. Then you get a waffle on the side because I'm fat. Yeah, it's good. It's really
Bro,
good.
I went to a Waffle House and they burnt a waffle. Like their whole name is Waffle House.
You had one bad waffle at a Waffle House.
That's their signature item. It's like going. It doesn't even make any sense. It's like, hey, I went to Permani's, right? And it's like our signature thing is putting fries on the sandwich, and it's like, hey, you forgot to put my fries on the sandwich. Like it doesn't. It's not. Waffle House is not good.
Yep. It's good.
Not good.
It's good. You guys still do RHOP stuff? If so, would an in-person day visit be enough time for it? So yes, we still do RHOP stuff. We still do RHOP burials. If somebody does walk in and they want it done, I tell them at the very least, one, our techs only work from 8 to 5, and generally speaking, it's more like 8 to 3:30 because of some of their schedules. And then if you're going to come in, expect it to be like at least an hour wait, because most of the times when you walk in, our techs are already working on online builds, and so they have to finish up whatever they're doing before they can hop onto somebody that just walked in. So it takes a little bit of time there. So if you are planning on walking in, we will do it for you. It's just you have to be a little bit patient when you're here. So I would say like make sure that you're okay with waiting about like an hour for that to be done. That way we can do testing on it and everything else before we give it to you out in the shop. Yeah.
Hey, I need a new selector plate for an SSG1. What should I buy? Well, if you need a new selector plate, I forget what brands we carry.
We carry VFC ones because Polish Star uses them. I think the SSG one you could get away with a VFC one and you'd be fine. But I would highly recommend just finding a G&G. selector plate if you can, or even find a used G&G gearbox. Because all the selector plates, even though they're version 2s, they all slightly different because of the slight differences in the selector switch itself on the low receiver of the guns. So I would recommend that, but you could probably get away with the VFC one and be okay.
Hey, question. My GAT seems to have the Airsoft equivalent of baffle striking. Shoots well without can, put can on, BB still shoots straight, but I notice more curving than normal. What do? Your BB's probably hitting the end of the suppressor. A lot of the times the suppressors, the barrels, they'll droop a little bit, and you'll get the BB nicking the suppressor as it comes out. So I would try to, while you're shooting it, hold the suppressor, and if it moves and your curving changes at all, or like you notice it get worse or like none, well then it's your suppressor. I'd probably do like a longer inner barrel.
Well, longer inner barrel, or if you really do want to keep your suppressor, what you're gonna have to figure out is why exactly. A, is it drooping and it's loose? You need to tighten it up, and oftentimes that fixes it. B, do you have it tightened down the whole way and it's drooping? If that is the case, then you're probably gonna have to do some troubleshooting on how to correct the angle. Either your threads on the suppressor itself are crooked, your actual threads on your barrel might be crooked. One of those things might need changed out. One of the ways that you can kind of test it a little bit is get a thicker O-ring that would go over the threads, and then you can back your suppressor onto it and tighten up on the rubber, which gives you a little bit of playroom to kind of see like, okay, is it good if it's like twisted in this position or that position, and that kind of tightens it up. That's a little quick trick you can try. But outside of that, you might have to do some back and forth troubleshooting to try and figure out exactly why that's happening. You also might have something hanging down on the inside if you have foam in there. That could be causing that too.
Very true.
Could be another reason.
I've got a tech question. Can a Polar Star Kythera work with Wolverine Wraith stock?
Yeah, totally.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, totally. It can definitely work. You just need to make sure the macro line is not getting kinked. You make sure those fittings stay tight between the Kythera and the Wraith stock as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, the Wraith stock, all it is it's the Cat 5 regulator, the new one, the Wraith X. It's a Cat 5 regulator, and then it's whatever propellant you're using on the other side of that. So CO2, compressed air, and then it's running through a line, and it's going to the unit. Just because it's a Polar Star unit versus a Wolverine stock, they're still compatible because they're doing the same job as each company's different products.
Counter product.
Yeah, they're doing the same job, which is regulating the pressure and then sending propellant to the engine.
Cool. Going back to that $300 Amazon paint tank compressor.
Oh yeah.
It's rated at 4,500 psi. It's a paintball scuba tank pump. It says, almost sounds too good to be true. I'm thinking about getting it.
So there could be heating issues with them. A lot of the cheaper ones.
I say run it.
Run it.
Send her home.
Make sure you follow the instructions, because I'm sure there's instructions. And oftentimes with the cheaper ones, what I've seen is either A, you need to make sure you have the right oil for it. B, they're water cooled, and you need to make sure you have a way of pumping clean water through it. Either there has to be a filter on it, or you use distilled water and you recycle that distilled water. Just make sure A, it's not overheating. B, it might take you a while. C, it's probably going to be really loud. So if you live in an apartment, please consider that as well, because you probably will get noise complaints. But if all of that's good, then send it home.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if it works. I mean, make sure, see if they have like an extended protection plan from Amazon for like $20.
Yeah, that.
Buy a warranty. Waffle House is the place where people always fight, right? Yeah, they always fight about how bad the food is. That's a good one.
Fight.
Dude, do you know how many videos there are of people fighting each other in Waffle House? There's only one on the news.
Really?
Yeah, about that woman who like caught the chair that was thrown at her over the counter.
What? No,
like,
I didn't know this.
And then they fired her.
All right.
She had a chair thrown at her, and then they were like, "See it." I don't know. Crazy times.
I didn't know that.
That's Waffle House. If you need a quick rundown. I have an SSG1 in my Polar Star jack and has been full autoing randomly on semi. Do I need a selector plate, or am I doing something wrong?
You might need to shave your selector plate a little bit. It might accidentally be the vibration. It might be your selector plate is just close enough to hitting that switch in semi-auto, and so it's right on the line. And when the vibration happens from you shooting or you're running and shooting, you might actually be triggering the full auto switch to go off. You might need to just save just a little bit of material away on your selector plate with a file or some type of grinder, but like I'm talking very minimal material, so don't go over.
Yeah, like 2 millimeters.
Yeah, not even, like probably half a millimeter.
It depends on how bad it is.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but steak with potato salad and a cold beer after Copperhead brought my life back. Understandable. I own a gold fusion engine inside of an M4 build for Speedsoft, and I wanted to know if you can do a video to show the difference between the amp version and normal one. I can't find any video on the internet.
Wait, so what was that?
He owns a gold fusion engine,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to know the difference between the amp version and a normal one.
So the main difference with the amped edition is we asked Polarstar make it in a super special color. That's the big one. That adds like 20,000 points of coolness.
Wow.
And then the other big thing is that we have them install the purple nozzle and pop it into all the ones that we sell as our amped edition ones, because we help develop the purple pop it and nozzle with them. The main thing with the purple nozzle and poppet is that the nozzle, it has a really wide bore, and the poppet has a really small bore, because that helps with air efficiency and it helps with a lot of other things that we found to work very well. The normal fusion engines come in a few different varieties. They come with a blue nozzle, generally speaking. That's the normal one, or a red nozzle. We generally sell the red nozzle version. Those ones do not come with the purple poppet. They come with a regular poppet, and then the blue nozzle comes with the blue nozzle, which is a smaller bore, and the red nozzle is a slightly larger bore than the blue nozzle, but it's not as big of a bore as the purple nozzle.
There you go. Differences.
We have 8 minutes left. Wow, this has gone really fast.
I know. Very quick.
Rapid fire.
As someone working in a shop, what do you think of late open hours? I never understood how a shop is open 9 to 5 when all their customers are working 9 to 5. It's a very valid point.
Yeah.
And I totally understand. The nice thing about us, though, is our retail store is open from until 7. So just because our techs and some of our customer service guys are out of the office at 4 or 5, we do still have front-facing guys who are there to help any of our walk-in customers. If, for instance, I imagine referring to that RHOP situation, if, say, our techs weren't here and you're local, you could still drive in on, 6 o'clock on a Thursday, drop it off, and then come back, at a later date to pick it up. That is the benefit of the retail extended hours. But as office personnel, though, there's no, we need that normal schedule as well. Because our job is not front facing in that sense.
Yeah, that's why we also have that overlap of hours too, so that if you need to see a tech, you can come in earlier. If you can make it work for your schedule, we will be here to help with that. Outside of that, our retail guys are actually fairly knowledgeable on most stuff. And like you said, if you do have a tech thing that comes up and we're available to take it in, like a barrel build, you can drop it off or just purchase all those items that night. We'll do it the following day, and we'll get it put in our pickup location, and then you come pick it up in the store.
Yeah.
If you're local.
Thanks, guys. That helped a lot. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. Answer those questions, baby.
Yeah.
Tom, what's the best way to reach you? Tom's personal cell phone number, for anybody who's curious, is...
You know what's funny is even if you said it, I really wouldn't care, because like I have my personal number given out to so many different people now at this point that I have random people texting me. But the best way to reach me is actually on Instagram. If you want to DM me and have any questions, do it through Instagram. I handle a lot of my business stuff through Instagram or my business email. But if you have like any technical questions or something,
what is your Instagram though?
It's amped_Tom.
I know, just making sure you clarify. Like
amped_.
Hit me up on my Instagram. Yeah, my Instagram. Like, just hit me up on the Instagram,
Tom.
And it's like,
well,
what is it?
Amp Tom.
Eric, I agree. Waffle House sucks. Thank you.
How though get better air efficiency out of P-Star Jack? Lower your dwell.
Nico, I'm not kissing.
Lower your dwell until you start to see your FPS drop, and then the lower your dwell, the less air you're using. Therefore, it can be more efficient per shot. You're not over voluming too much. You want a little bit of over volume, but you don't want too much. That's the best way I can tell you to get more efficiency out of it. The jack notoriously is not the most efficient system because it's single solenoid and there's not a lot of adjustability there. So that's a thing with pretty much all single solenoid systems. But outside of that, yeah, your DP is what you're going to be trying to drop down there.
Hi, Rogue. Rogue.
Right.
Frag. I see an MDR. Man, you late to the party. That thing was hanging there 2 weeks ago. Where you been, dog? Do you guys have a filter on? No.
No, but we have fluorescent lights.
Yeah, no, we don't have a filter. I think Tom can turn filters on, but I'm not doing that. Don't do it. Tom, you're going to break it. You're going to break it.
Break something.
Stop breaking things.
Video.
No. It's not there, bro. Get out of that.
Let's see here.
It's down.
Graphics.
Yeah, the overlays.
Show.
Ooh. I don't know if it shows it on here, though.
Oh.
I don't know. It doesn't. Does it show it on here? Oh, it does. Yeah.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
Let's see.
What else do you have?
I don't know. There's the. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're back.
Tom broke the freaking live, dude. Dude, what is it even?
Bro, what is this?
I don't know.
There, we're back. Bro, Tom's over here just clicking stuff.
I asked if we had a filter on, so I started playing with the filters.
Loading screen?
Well, I think it has filters. Eric left. Okay.
All right.
Dude, sorry guys. Tom's just this. I don't know
I'm
why.
playing with filters.
I don't know why Tom's in charge of this. Are you guys going to Apocalypse 7 in March?
We are not going to. Are you talking about like the?
Just stop with the filters.
It's fun. Look, it's like all these fun things.
Well, just leave them.
Look at this. This is cool.
Leave that one.
Okay.
No, you just shut it off. Just leave the damn thing, dude. We got freaking 3 minutes.
Last. What was it? Apocalypse?
Apocalypse 7.
Which one is that at?
In March.
If it's the like Revelation series, we're not going to any of those. Let us know who's putting it on. We'll take a look at it.
I asked about the filters because I thought the Evan Olgun was brighter green. No, it's just the lighting coming off the back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, because now you sent Tom down a freaking rabbit hole, and we have like a call center loading screen on our lives. Thanks a lot. Oh, NPA March 18th.
What's the event company? Who's putting it on?
I don't know.
No, I'm saying like.
I don't know, Tom.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know.
You know what? Yeah.
Let us know what event producer.
What's the QRD on how to get my AG to start having a similar range to the HPA guns? Inner barrels and hop-up rubbers haven't changed much for me yet. Increase your weight of your BB. That's what I would recommend, honestly.
Yeah.
And also, if you have a shorter barrel gun, you are going to have a little bit more of a problem keeping up with an HPA because you don't have as much volume to work with that
Right.
an HPA engine can put out. There's that too.
Well, we are down to 1 whole minute. So if you have any.
Sorry if I took up too much time with filters. Now we have a very pretty one on.
Tom ruined the entire live stream in a matter of 14 seconds. Congratulations. It would be cool. I wish we had a green screen. I think that'd be cool. And then you ever watch that episode of iCarly where they bring on Miss Briggs, who's their really angry teacher, and they put the wallpaper down behind her, and she's like playing the bagpipe in front of like the rabbit eating lettuce. And then they change it to like that dude in his toes. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Just for anybody who needed that child.
So higher FPS and higher weight BB, mind blown. No, not higher FPS, higher air volume out of your cylinder.
15 seconds, Tom. Shoot us an email and
Shoot
he'll
us an
explain
email,
that
yes.
much better at tech@amped.com. Guys, if you have any questions, shoot us DMs. We love all of you. Thank you for watching our live stream. Until next time.